What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Countdown Scouting Network. I'm your host, Joey Garcia, and today we are going to be going over the Los Angeles Chargers 2023 NFL Draft and grading it player by player. So let's go ahead and get started. With the first pick that they had was actually a first round pick. So, pick 21 overall, they took the third wide receiver, I believe, um, off the board, and it was Quentin Johnston, wide receiver from TCU. He is 6'3", 210 pounds. Um, he's fast for his size. He goes up and gets the ball at the point, at his highest point. He's super strong. After the catch, you see him bust off guys a lot of times, breaking tackles against safeties, and he's just really explosive, down the field threat. Kind of when I first watched him, I was like, man, this reminds me of Devontae Parker watching him at Louisville. That's kind of who he reminded me of. He's got some drop concerns, obviously, and also his route running. He just doesn't really have much other than a slant, a go, and a post. That's really all he ran. I think that's probably about 70% of what he ran at TCU. So you're gonna have to develop him a little bit more, but you've got what Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Josh Palmer, all there already, kind of to mold him into this all-around wide receiver. So very exciting. I think he's a guy that if you get on the field with Mike Williams, two bullies at wide receiver. So very awesome. Let's go to their second round pick. It was Tui Tuipulotu, the edge from USC. I gave this a B. I like this pick. This pick was better than, I guess, round value. Again, he's 6'4", 266 pounds. And he can really rush from multiple positions on that defensive line. You can put him inside to a 5. You can put him to maybe a 4-eye. He's strong enough that he won't get bullied on pass rush situations. Now, you don't want to put him inside too far, um, whenever it's just first and 10 or anything like that, or second and 1. But if it's third and 15, you want to get another pass rusher on there, you can send him on down the line just a little bit, and have him go one-on-one against a guard. On that outside leverage of a guard would be nice. So he's got really good speed to power. You see him a lot of times going from speed on the outside, next thing you know, cutting in, hitting a bull rush, and then getting inside of guys. Saw that a lot on tape. That's kind of how he got his sack production. So obviously, his length and functional strength, I said, are a concern. He doesn't really have the bend, and I think that's possibly because I don't really know if all the weight on him is good weight, and I think it's hindering his hip flexibility a little bit. Again, getting into yoga would be nice. I don't know about the USC staff. I know the last couple years it was a concern. I think Oklahoma's defensive coordinator is now at USC with Lincoln Riley, but I'm not 100% sure. So again, in 1 year they couldn't really do anything about that. But I think you get them on a better nutrition program, and again, these guys will, if they want to, will cut some of this fat and put on a little bit of weight of muscle. And I think if he can take up some yoga, that help him out a lot too. Dion Henley, the linebacker from Washington State. I accidentally said Washington. It's Washington State. He's a Cougar. He was picked in round 3. He's 225 pounds and he's 6'1". He's super athletic in space. He's instinctual. He's a leader on the defense. I can't hear enough good things about him. The only issue is he's kind of a tweener. I think in this defense, it'll be nice. They can put him on that weak side and kind of drop him out in coverage, with Los Angeles, so that's good. You don't really want to have him trying to go B gap to B gap. That's not really going to be his style. He's more of an outside, lateral pursuit guy, and then obviously dropping him in coverage. So he's going to be your third linebacker. He's going to be your third down specialist linebacker, that kind of stuff. And I like him. But again, is he going to have to kind of convert to being more like a safety a box safety hybrid. I think he's athletic enough. So we'll just have to stay tuned with that one. Their next pick, they took Darius Davis, the wide receiver from TCU. So they took two wide receivers from TCU. They also took Max Duggan in the sixth round, I believe. So we'll see, or no, Max Duggan in the seventh round. So they took the quarterback from TCU. They took two of their wide receivers as well. They didn't take Kendre Miller, the running back, because he went in the. I think he would have had to be. Yeah, he went before Dion Henley. So that could have been possibly the pick, but he went at I think 60. I think he went at like 66 or 67, so just a little bit after the Tuitua Pelotu pick. But again, I didn't really like this pick, if I'm being honest. I think you're starting him out as just a special teamer and a gadget guy. He's 5'8", 165 pounds. He is small. He looks small. Every time he got hit hard, I was nervous for him. But it's kind of hard to hit something you can't catch, right? So he is a playmaker out in space. He's got really good short area quickness. And he's going to be a special teamer. He's a kick returner. He's a punt returner. He's a gadget guy. As long as you picked him and know exactly how you're going to use him, you're not going to line him up in the slot and have him play slot for you 70% of the game. You're going to bring him in for 15, 20 plays of the 65, 70 offensive snaps, and you're going to play him on special teams. If you know that's how you're going to play him, I like the pick. I don't have confidence that they know how they want to play him. He's someone you got to create and manufacture touches for, and that's about it. The fifth round, they got tackle Jordan McFadden from Clemson. That's okay. I don't need to answer that. They got tackle from Clemson, 6'2", 300 pounds. He's powerful. That's kind of it. He's tight-hipped. He's got short arms. He's agile enough to move up to the next level. I don't think it's a great agility. You would think for a guy that's 6'2", 300 pounds, he would be able to be more agile. He's just barely breaking the 300-pound mark. He's not 315. He's not 320. Not 325. But he's just kind of sluggishly moves. He's very powerful, though. So if you put him in at guard and you want to run behind him, it's yeah, if you put him at left guard, that's kind of what you want to do. God dang, hold on a second, guys. Hello? Nope. No, I didn't do anything. Thank you. Bye. Hang in there 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Scammers. I believe it's a scammer. It was it was Venmo calling apparently, but we'll go ahead and get to this next pick, sixth round pick. I should cut it out. I'm not gonna cut it out. Whatever. I don't. You guys don't really care. These are short enough videos. I can go ahead and talk for 5 minutes about something random, and we'll still barely go over 10 minutes. And I love that about these videos. They're quick, easy, get to the point, and you guys are able to just only look at what your favorite team's picks are. So that's awesome. And then you get to hear me ramble for 5 minutes in the sixth round pick. So, yeah, Scott Matlock, the interior defensive lineman from Boise State. This is what you want in a sixth round pick, I think. He's 6'4", 300 pounds. He's got a really good first step. He likes to keep his pads low, which is perfect. That's what you coach in those guys. You want them to be able to do that. But he does struggle to get off blocks, is the only thing. So if you want, he's going to be a gap penetrator. He's not going to be a two-gapper. He's going to be a one-gap guy. But if he gets caught with his hands in the cookie jar, kind of gets washed down and he struggles to get back off those guys. So I think he has a chance to be a rotational guy. He might not make the roster, but if he does, he's going to be a solid rotational guy on first, second down. Seventh round pick, we already talked a little bit about it, Max Duggan. He's quarterback from TCU. He's 6'2", 210 pounds. He plays bigger than that, dude. I thought maybe it's the number 15. Maybe it's the way that he just runs with his head first, trying to pick up every yard he can at quarterback. But it just screamed Tim Tebow to me. He really did. But I think Tebow was 6'4", 250 pounds or something like that, 245 pounds. So obviously, maybe he's not 250. 250 is a stretch, but I think he was like 6'4", 235. But this guy's a decent athlete. He's got good leadership, and he's a playmaker. He loves slinging it. Again, he had those weapons at TCU, and so he just slang the rock. But he is inaccurate at times, and he doesn't really read defenses very well. The system was very, very tailored to let's find a matchup and let's just go towards it. So that's the Los Angeles Chargers for you guys. I appreciate you stepping in here and listening, especially in the 6th round, listening to me ramble for a little bit. So go ahead and leave a like if you liked it. If not, go ahead and leave a dislike. Comment down below on who you think I got wrong. And next, we will be going to, what did we do? The Chiefs. We did the Chargers. Tomorrow, we will be doing the Broncos. Let's do the Broncos next, okay? Tomorrow, we'll be doing the Denver Broncos. So thank you guys for joining. Peace.